Hi, I'm Elvira Boulay from the Dimitrov Boulay Piano Duo. In this video, I'm going to teach you the basics of transposing. So we're going to start with a really simple piece. It's the 12 variations of Mozart on this theme. You all know it, so let's use it to actually understand the basics of transposing. The first thing that you need to do when you're trying to transpose is you need to take a look at what tonality the piece is written in. In this case, our piece is written in C major. Then you take a look at the scale of C major. What note of the scale does it start on? So we see it starts on a C. C is the first note of the scale. This is also, we call this also the tonic. When it starts on the first note of the scale is also called the tonic. So it starts on the tonic. Both the left and the right hand start on the tonic. That's really important to know, because if, for example, we want to transpose this melody to F major, we would know that we have to start our melody on the tonic. So instead of, we would be starting. Now let's take a look at our second bar. Here we see, if you take a look at the right hand, we actually start in the right hand, we start the second bar on the fifth note of the scale. So again, we're taking a look at what note are we playing in relationship to the scale of C major. So it's the fifth note, which is also known as the dominant, which means that if we were playing in F major, we would also have to play the fifth note, the dominant, in F major. So instead of playing C, C, G, G, we would be playing F, F, C, C. And if you use your ears to check, you actually will be hearing that it does sound exactly correct. It sounds like the theme. So let's take a look at the left hand in the second bar. And again, if we are looking at what note is that in relationship to the scale of C major, we see that we're playing the E, and the E is the third note of the scale in C major. So if we were to transpose that to F major, we would be playing, if I take the first bar as well, we're playing F, F, and then the third note of F. So let's put that all together. Let's play our first two bars in F major now. And if you use your ears again, it sounds exactly correct. Let's just finish off with the third bar just to make our theme sound a little bit more complete. So if you want, pause the video, take a look at if you could already use the logic to transpose it yourself, the third bar. We take a look again, what number of the scale are we playing in? Which note? We're playing in A. A is the sixth note in the scale of C major, which means that if we want to transpose it to F major, we also have to play the sixth note in the scale, which is D. And if we take a look at the left hand, we are playing an F and a C, which is the fourth and the first note, which we call the subdominant and the tonic. So if we transpose that to F major, the fourth note of the scale of F major is actually a B flat. Don't forget in transposing to, of course, think in the key signature of whatever tonality you're transposing it to. So if we play again in F major our first three bars, we start with the tonic. So the first note of the scale, first note of the scale, an octave higher, the third note of the scale back to the tonic again. Then we're going to play the fourth note of the scale, which is a B flat, and back to the tonic. So that's what the theme sounds in F major. Here we have it in C major, and here we have it in F major. Now we can of course do the same thing with other tonalities as well. Try to look at which tone you're playing of the scale, and it all becomes much simpler. Now let's try to put it all together. That's what the theme sounds in F major, and here we go. C major. Now we can do the same thing in E major. We just have to make sure that you think E major has 4 sharps. So you have to make sure that you take that into account. So now that you understand the principles of transposing, which is, of course, it's easier said than done, but just try it out starting with a really simple theme just like I did here. Get your ears to help you, try to check with your ears. and just try to look at what note or chord you're playing in relation to the scale. What purpose does this actually serve? So what good is it to know how to transpose? Well, knowing how to transpose has some benefits. For example, a lot of students find it really difficult to play several sharps or flats in a piece. Transposing your piece like this in this way makes you really think about key signatures and the sharps and flats that they have. Second of all, which I find the most important benefit of all, is I think that transposing really forces you to analyze the piece and to explore patterns. Exploring patterns is one of the most important things, at least one of the most important things to me when I'm learning a new piece. It enables me to learn a new piece really much quicker. And transposing really forces you to analyze and search for all the patterns that a piece has. I hope that this lesson was useful to you. If you have any questions about this topic or any other topic, please feel free to let us know in the comments down below. If you want, subscribe and join our community. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week again.